I'm in the beautiful city of Melbourne today for another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show, and it is quite windy, so I don't know how well this sound is going to be, but I'm here at Federation Square because in 1979 an Australian director by the name of George Miller granted Australia with one of the greatest movies of all time, Mad Max.
His name is Max, the crack interceptor on the highways of tomorrow. His only weapon, 600 horses of fuel-injected machinery. His mission, to pursue speed-crazed bandits anywhere. Mad Max. Rated R.
So the reason I'm here at Federation Square is because I'm here at the ACMI, which is the Australian Centre of Moving Image, and it's right behind me, and there is this display here for Mad Max, but not only that, but it actually has a replica of the last V8. So here it is, but this is different than before. It used to be like a full car, and now it's like a car split in half with a mirrored image, which is really kind of weird that they've done this, but yeah, you can see here. You could actually see inside it before. You could see everything inside it. And now you can't see anything. So they've kind of ruined the display, which is a real bummer. But you can see they have film footage here. But then you go around and they got this ridiculous car on the other side, which I don't know why. I feel they ruined the display. They really did ruin the display. But yeah. Actually, on the back of the window, it actually says, if you can't hear it before you see it, what's the point? It says that on it, but I don't even know if I can see that there anymore, but I can try and zoom in for you. No, it was written on the back windscreen in a sticker, but we'll see if it's got the, you can see the, you can't even see the nitrous switch there. I feel they really ruined this display. Dirty Donnie's going to be having a fit when he sees this because they ruined it. They totally ruined it. I don't know why they did it. That was stupid. But I thought it was going to look a lot, because I haven't been here in 3 years, so I thought it was going to look like the way it used to look with all the posters on the walls and everything. They had a really good display of Mad Max, but now it looks fucking stupid. I'm really disappointed. What have you done, ACMI? It was perfect before and now it's just horrible. As you can see, they cut in the whole way through. It's just blasphemy. They have a really cool video here of George Miller talking about Mad Max and the effect of Mad Max on the movie scene, movie world scene, and everything. It's pretty cool. He's probably also talking about how disappointed he is that the ACMI cut his car in half. But yeah, I'd be disappointed too, George. Fucking sucks. Oh man, what have you done, ACMI? Well, as you can see from the look of disappointment on my face, I'm pretty fucking bummed out that they ruined the Mad Max display. The last time I was here, it did not look like that. I actually have some photos and I'm going to show them to you now because that is not the Mad Max display that I remember, and I'm really disappointed that they kind of ruined it. The posters aren't even there anymore. The car is cut in half, which is ridiculous because it's one of the most iconic cars in film history, and all the nice finer features of that car are gone. How fucking disappointing. But anyway, they do have another cool thing inside there. It's a tribute to A Long Way to the Top by ACDC because it was filmed on Swanston Street, which is just behind me down the road a bit. And they have this thing there, but it was like, as I walked into the Mad Max display, it just finished. And then I have to wait like 45 minutes for it to appear again because I've got to go through the history of music videos and stuff like that. So you can't skip to it, unfortunately. So yeah. But anyway, well, let's go somewhere else. Well, this is really cool. I just walked down the street and then I saw down an alleyway something that looked like David Bowie. And here we are. This awesome mural. I really like this. This is cool. Very, very cool. There's the artist for you, Mika Nagel. Very, very cool. I love this city. I love all the street art, and especially it's street art dedicated to rock and roll, which there's a lot of it, and it's very cool. I'm now in ACDC Lane. All these names on these plaques are here because of this. Sadly, the Cherry Bar is no longer here, but you can see people from bands if you know your Melbourne music history. Most of these people played in bands that played at Cherry Bar. And yeah, basically what you did is you donated money to help soundproof it, because these apartments moved in next door and they were pretty pissed. The sad thing is that a couple of months after this happened, they ended up passing a law that if you moved into a place where there was a bar, you couldn't complain about the sound, and it was up to the builders of the apartments to soundproof the building. So this is ACDC Lane. This is like one of the most famous lanes here in Melbourne, and it's just decorated with rock and roll artwork, as you can see. When ACDC toured here in the Black Ice tour, this whole alleyway was decked out in ACDC murals and such. So as you can see, this artwork used to change all the time, but it seems to have been left here for quite some time like this. And there's the infamous plaque. Everybody gets a photo standing under this thing. So you can still see some of the, if you look up, some of this stuff that's still up here was from the Black Ice tour. So there's Angus. So this has lasted since 2010, still hanging in there, just like Angus. So it's pretty cool. And around the corner we have the mural of Malcolm by Lush. This is pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Classic. So if you move along up here, you said this sculpture of Bond. So there we have it. That is ACDC Lane right here in the city of Melbourne. It's so famous it even ended up on the ACDC Monopoly game. So there you go. Australia is very proud of ACDC. We've had them on postage stamps, obviously, like they're a big deal here, and they always will be, because they're Australia's biggest export, entertainment-wise. I remember reading that in the paper many years ago, that ACDC was Australia's biggest music export. And it blows my mind that apparently it's still relevant to this day. Still the same thing. So here we are on Little Collins Street, and this is where the Cherry Bar stands today. Not like the old haunt that it used to be in ACDC Lane, not as very rock and roll on the street names, but I'm sure within those walls it's still as rock and roll as ever. I actually haven't been to the new Cherry Bar yet. I'm overdue for a visit, so I will check it out eventually. But here you go. All the people who've helped donate money to keep Cherry going. Awesome. I'm not going to zoom in on that. There's too many names there. All I know is that Poodle's probably on there, and that's enough. All hail Poodle. But yeah, a lot of people on there I do recognise though. A lot of names on there I do recognise. Yeah. Awesome. Very, very cool. So when you're in Melbourne, come and check out the Cherry Bar. And why not? What else are you going to do? So anyway, thank you once again for watching another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Take care of each other. Look after yourselves. Cheers.